Welcome back to Softwash Evolution. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why too much work for your wash business can be a bad thing. So over-diversification is what I'm talking about. When you're running a pressure washing, soft washing business, you're going to want to stick to your main services. If it's pressure washing, soft washing, and then you're going to get into gutter cleaning, roof washing, decks, patios, the flat work, concrete, driveways, parking lot type thing. What kills a lot of businesses, especially the startup guys, is just taking on too much that has nothing to do with exterior cleaning. So a lot of people they'll scale more towards doing window cleaning and they add that service on. Sometimes they start there and then move to pressure washing and soft washing. I don't do any window cleaning, and there's a reason I don't. It's because I have a referral program with a company that only does windows, and I only do washing, pressure washing, soft washing, so we refer customers to each other all the time. It works really well. Window cleaning is it's a slower process. You really need more than one person. It's not really a solo job. I know someone's going to jump on here and tell me how they clean windows and wash houses at the same time by themselves and they're a millionaire. Congratulations. For me, I don't think that's the way to do it. It really wouldn't work for me anyway. But with just over-diversification, doing too much and too many services when you're trying to specialize in one thing, you'll get known as being the handyman, fix-it-all guy. Some people, it's just in your DNA to be able to fix things and be able to solve things. I know it is for me. But when it comes to your business, you've got to be able to say no to certain things. It's happened to me today a couple times already, which is why it just kind of reminded me to make this video. And I have to do it while I'm driving because it's been raining for about 10 days straight out here. So it's really tough to make a video when it's downpouring. I don't want to get all my equipment wet, my microphone and my camera and everything. It's not really worth it to get it soaked, so I'm just taking the video on the road. I had a wash customer today that was set up just a house wash. They had contacted through Google local services, we'd like to get a house wash on this address. I say, sure, here's your quote. And they say, that's great, we'd like to schedule. Also, we'd like you to put up our new shutters because our old ones are all broken. We have those vinyl shutters on the outsides of the windows, the fake ones. I replied back with, unfortunately, I don't do shutter installation, but I'd be happy to get you the house wash. And they said, they didn't respond for a couple days. Then finally they said, fine, we'll take the house wash. Do you know anybody that does shutters? I basically said, I don't know anyone. You could probably try looking it up or Googling it, just like you Googled me for washing. Maybe something will come up. You try to be helpful, but in reality, you're just telling them, no, I'm not going to I don't even have a drill with me or what equipment I would need to put shutters up. I've done it before, but I know what it takes, but you'll get up there and you'll end up not having the right fastener to put it in, or it's not even vinyl siding and ends up being aluminum siding, so you need different fasteners, and then you need those little plugs that cover up the screws, and now you don't have those. All that for, realistically, I don't know how many shutters they wanted put up, if it was all of them or not, but if I'm going to get an extra $100, I'm billing about $400 to $450 for the wash. If it takes me an extra hour to put up those shutters, it only took me an hour to wash the whole house. You're taking $400 away from me because I could go do another house in that much time, and I've got people waiting. So for me, it's just not worth it. I instantly, politely tell them no. I've seen other guys do that. If you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of work and you can do something like that, just be wary of it. Make sure it's something you can do. Don't get, if you're just starting out and somebody says, I need you to replace my hot water tank, unless you're a plumber, I wouldn't go jumping on something major like that. I know you want the work and you want to do a good job and impress them, but just don't get in over your head. But you don't want to get the reputation that you do all these little things. Another thing that happened to me today was, it's been raining, like I said, for so long. I know most of the other wash guys in the wash businesses in the area. We run into each other all the time. We'll end up working on houses right next to each other. They're all, for the most part, really great. We're friendly with one another. Everybody's polite. It's usually like that anyway. It is with me. So I always reach out to them, even if they don't reach out to me, just to say hi. You pass them on the road, they always wave. Well, there's one guy, he scaled his business. He primarily does painting. The name of his business is Painting and Power Washing. So he paints a lot. He's a very talented painter. In the warm months, in the summertime, he likes to do all his painting outside and save the inside stuff for the winter. I don't blame him. But he has a pressure washer with a downstreamer in the X-Jet. That's basically his process. I don't think he has a soft wash blend manifold setup. He's got an enclosed trailer, and the thing is huge. It's like an 18-foot enclosed trailer, and it's packed full of every tool he's got. And what happened is, it's been raining so much, he's had to put off all of his exterior painting this week. He hasn't been able to do any of it because of the weather. So he's pushing it off. He has a few washing customers on the schedule for next week. It's supposed to be nice next week. So he's pushed his painting customers into next week. His wash customers, what is he going to do? He's basically told them he can't make it. So he's called me and offered them to me. Says, I really want to take care of these customers. I don't want to leave them hanging. So do you want these? I've already told them, you know, I could get them in with somebody else, possibly me. So I said, sure, I can fit them in my schedule. So now I get those customers. You know, I'm not going to steal them from them contact-wise. They can still call him. I won't even hand them a card or anything. I'll just say, you know, I'll take care of your house this time. This is how it's going to be. It's just more of a gentleman's agreement that way. But he's happy. He gets his customers cared for. The customer gets their house washed. I get, you know, a couple $100 off each one of those houses that I didn't even have to advertise for. And he's scratching his head, you know, yelling at the steering wheel because he's waiting on weather. Well, he's diversified so much that he does so much painting. He does washing. He does this type of work. I know he does like electrical and handyman type stuff. He does so much that his business has the word power washing in it, and he's giving away his power washing jobs and soft washing jobs because the weather just didn't work out. Whereas me, all I do is washing. I could care less whether it rains or not. It's been raining all week and it's been great. I've been going faster and faster. If you're into washing, you know the rain's a good thing. It helps you rinse a little bit. I mean, it's not fun being soaked all the time, but it really doesn't bother me. It keeps the windows wet for you. You're not, you know, chasing the sun, trying to work around it. When you get into roof washing, it does affect that. If you've got a roof wash, you've got to work around the rain. It can't downpour while you're doing it. It'll wash your mix off just as fast as you can put it up there. But if it's, you know, been like today where it's drizzling and then it stops for an hour and then it drizzles a little more, it'll downpour at night, you can sneak a roof wash in between that so it doesn't affect it. But weather is very much not a factor when it comes to washing. I'm wet either way. So that's one of the great things I can do. And it's just, you don't want to get involved in too many other things. You've really got to limit yourself to one lane. Like I said, if you're new and you want to pick up, sure, I'll put the shutters up for you. Well, I just washed that deck for you. Do you know anybody that stains or paints? Well, yeah, I guess I could do that. Just be careful with it. You know, you'll tell people, sure, I just power washed that deck for you. It looks great. I'll come back next week and stain it for you. And then next week, turns out the day you have it set up, it downpours, so you can't stain it. And then the night before, 3 people call you and want their houses washed, and you can't do it because you've got a staining on your schedule. But now you got to push the staining off because of the rain. Before you know it, guys like me are taking your wash customers. So just be careful with your diversifying, going in too many different ways. If you're washing, stick to washing. If you want to be the, you know, the handyman that does everything, you can advertise for that. But you're going to be, and then just watch out for the customers who are going to take advantage of you. Not everybody is being nice just because they're handing you money. They're going to use you. You're going to be the Mr. Fix-It. And then when they call you for something major that they need done right now, and they don't understand that you're off washing 10 houses, that you can't be there for a week. So just make sure you scale your business properly. You know, watch some things. If you've got all wash equipment, that's what you do. Stick to washing. So that's it for this video. I'm off to another meeting right now with a new home builder that builds hundreds of houses in this area, and they're going to set me up. Hopefully we can work out a deal where I'm going to wash all of their new houses, post-construction cleanup. Something I've been getting more and more of lately. There's so much new construction going on. I'm now into rinsing off houses that were just built just to get the dirt and dust off them. So it's pretty profitable. So anyway, drop me a comment if you want to see a different video. Thanks.